There's something very appealing about the worlds Wes Anderson crafts for his films, and the second one that begins, he manages to propel the audience into them. With the Phoenician Scheme, he puts together another amusing story full of clever sight gags and imaginative visuals, while also making great use of his characters. There's a lot of fun to be had as he jumps his characters from one location to the next in this Middle East set escapade. There's often something funny just around the corner, but like his other movies, he holds a genuine love for his characters and the specific relationships that grow over the course of the story. Anderson is one of those filmmakers who can take a storyline about a businessman collecting his assets and make it funny and entertaining. Benicio del Toro helps make Zsa Zsa Corda into a compelling figure, with him sharing a lot of great scenes with Mia Threepleton as his nun daughter. It's also amusing seeing his interactions with other investors who all feel distinct in both behavior and their locations. Part of the light of the Phoenician Scheme comes from seeing the places visited by Corda and how each one fits the investor's specific personalities. Anderson often tries to mix it up with the settings of his movies, and the Middle Eastern deserts and homes provide their own inspirations for his paintbrush. Really, the reasoning for Corda's trip through Phoenicia is merely an excuse to have him hop from one place to the next, and thankfully each little episode is charming and funny. The highlight of the cast comes from Michael Cera as the tutor who tags along for the adventure. Putting on a comically exaggerated Norwegian accent, Cera gets the funniest bits, and it's surprising he's never been in a Wes Anderson movie before. The rest of his usual acting troupe, from Jeffrey Wright to Scarlett Johansson, also completely get on the wavelength of the script. There are so many wonderful little touches in Adam Stockhausen's production design, further aided by Bruno Dumonel's colorful cinematography. Like a lot of Anderson films, the sets add an additional layer of humor to the story. Some particularly inspired moments come in some afterlife sequences that allow Anderson to dig into his inner Ingmar Bergman. This also ties into a larger theme about death that runs through the film, and Corda not knowing whether a close call will still be able to save him. The various turns in the plot provide their own delights, particularly as this becomes a story about alliances and Corda's various enemies trying to stop him. The Phoenician Scheme throws in quite a bit of political commentary too, with the script slyly poking fun at everyone from gun-toting communist revolutionaries to the American government. Wes Anderson's track record remains impressive ever since he debuted with Bottle Rocket. Of course, there are those who struggle to get into his work, but for the viewer who sees the humor in his movies, they prove to be a highly entertaining watch. The Phoenician Scheme becomes another very funny and creative film, with both the visuals and wild assortment of characters a joy to see on the screen. A key part of the appeal of Anderson's movies is that even with the darker aspects of his stories, he still cares about the characters and hopes things turn out well for them, despite him throwing all sorts of crazy complications at them. We can now add Zsa Zsa Corda to his long list of compelling protagonists worth watching on their journey.